Sonic AI, learn the system, give them a try.
Thank you, Elvis, and good evening to everybody. We are super excited to as many persons connect to this call from various parts of the world. My name is FX Charles, and I'm reaching out to you from Lagos, Nigeria. And we're excited to be on the front burner of this great opportunity. And this opportunity is designed to change our lives. And one of the key things we want to emphasize tonight is the fact that there has never been an opportunity like this existing ever in the space of Forex. So this is the first time a system like this, well structured, well organized, having regulatory compliance from multiple jurisdictions, and having an insurance cover is structured and it's been presented to you. So my name is FX Charles, and I'm the lead head of the FXCL project, and in partnership with Tag Market and Sonic AI. So we are going to show you how this opportunity works. It's going to be very detailed, and so I want you to give me your rapt attention so that you understand this business better. Okay, so let me start by sharing my screen. By the way, thanks to the people of Delta State, Asaba and Warri for the great reception we got during the presentation of the business opportunity of Tag Market and FXCL and Sonic. And I want to say it was a beautiful one. Come on the 8th of August, we will host the biggest event ever in the city of Abuja, the capital of Nigeria, on the 8th of August. So if you are in close proximity to Abuja or Nigeria, you should find your way to Abuja, because that's going to be a mega event. And we are all going to be present there on the 8th of August. That is in about a week's time. Thank you. Let me start by sharing my screen, and we'll delve straight into this opportunity. So basically, people often ask, what is FXC Hub and what does FXC Hub do? So basically, we created FXC Hub to empower people with knowledge about the Forex education. And that knowledge simply means that people should have better insight and understanding of how the Forex market operates in terms of trading, in terms of how to understand techniques and all the things that are needed to understand the Forex market. And that also extends to the crypto market. But beyond this as well, we have come up with a system or a community whereby our teachings are free of charge. We do not charge a dime to teach you. We do not charge a dime to empower you. And so the essence of this is to help people understand that what we are doing is that we are operating as an educational platform and not as a trading platform. And so our job is to educate people primarily, and that is what we do as a system. And so anybody asking for funds from you, claiming to be FXC Hub, is basically the fraud. Now, FXC Hub stands for Forex and Crypto Hub. That's what FXC stands for, Forex and Crypto Hub. And the objective is to help people understand how to trade and get empowered as a trader. So basically, we empower traders with comprehensive knowledge and education about the Forex and crypto market. And we have also gone ahead to create some form of technologies that is called scanners that are able to analyze the market and give you directions on how you should trade. Now, the truth is that these scanners are totally free for now. There's a massive promo going on. For example, if you are funding $250 to the Sonic Tag Market platform and you're within our structure, then you get our technology free for life. Okay, and as I was told this afternoon by the coordinator in charge, a lot of people who have applied, they have all gotten their scanners for life. Well, our job is to create this technology and have people access them for free, okay, so that people can use it and transform their life. That is all what we're doing for people and for humanity. Now, our visions are very clear and they are straightforward. First, we want to demystify the complexity of the market. Some persons think that Forex trading is complex to understand and that they can't understand it. They can't understand how the graphs work, how the candle patterns work. But we say no. Forex is the simplest thing to learn. Anybody can learn it, irrespective of your age. You can become a professional Forex trader. And so what we do in FXCL is to simplify the trading of Forex and make it so easy and make it so loving that everybody desires to become a trader. And the truth is that our goals are also straightforward. We want to be that #1 stop center for financial literacy and digital assets. And so hence our partnership with Tag Market, Sonic AI. Why? Because we want people to be empowered. Now, our entire system and structure has a DNA attached to it. We have built our core values around a certain acronym called RICHES. And what the R stands for responsibility, the I stands for integrity, the C stands for consistency, and the H stands for honesty. In fact, the most important factor there is the I, called integrity. And you guys know me as Mr. Integrity. Anything that doesn't have integrity, FX Charles will never be involved in it. It's my standard and it's my principle. And so a staff can even be fired for lack of integrity. It's as easy as that, because I believe at this point in time, we should get ourselves involved in projects that are centered around integrity and honesty. And that is the beauty of the TAG and Sonic AI system. Now, we can't advance further without taking some nuggets from Warren Buffett. One of the things he has said about money, he's a very successful man, is that there are 6 rules that governs money. The first of them, he said, don't lose your capital. And for me, that is an important factor. And so we are involved in this business. Why? Because in this business of tag market and Sonic AI, nobody gets to lose their capital. And so it becomes something that is so exciting about that for the very first time, we have a business that people can wake up and be proud of daily, that their capitals are preserved and their trading profits are generated every day, Monday to Friday. And the next thing is that people must learn to invest in what they understand. And this is one of the complexities we've had in recent time. A lot of people get into so many things without understanding what they are getting into. And that is why tonight we are making this Zoom call extremely comprehensive. Why? We want you to deliberately understand what you are about to get into. Because this is a system that obviously has the potentials to change your life going forward. And the truth is that in the next 5 years, okay, in the next 5 years of this project, a lot of persons are going to be crazy millionaires. I am not kidding in any form. The model of this project is extremely sustainable. Extremely sustainable. This is a business that is low risk and low reward. This is a business that is slow and steady. This is not a business whereby you are robbing Peter to pay Paul. This is not a business where you are earning referral commissions. Such shenanigans don't exist here. This is a business that is built on sincerity. This is a business that is built on the fact that the forex market generates all the profit for us. This is a business where you can compound your earnings. And that's what Warren Buffett was saying. He said the power of compounding. Compounding is described as the 8th wonder of the world. And so anybody who intends to have an exponential growth must definitely get himself involved in compounding. I'm a product of compounding. And I think out of everyone, I probably led the compounding revolution. 25th of March this year, I started compounding $5,000 with Sonic AI, $5,000. And as of today, the $5,000 have grown to over $11,000 within 25th of March and 27th of July. $5,000 have grown to over $11,000. Now, the question is, what will happen in the next 1 year to that account? What will happen in the next 2 years? What will happen in the next 5 years to that account? Compounding is the magic that turns little income into massive wealth. And so one of the things you'll be hearing tonight from OO2 is the power of compounding, which I love so much. And so everything compounds. Positivity compounds and negativity compounds. Even your ignorance compounds. So the question is, isn't it better to compound knowledge today? And the truth is that if you think knowledge is expensive, then try ignorance. Because ignorance is more expensive than knowledge. And that is why Warren Buffett said in his 4th approach to things, he said, get greedy when others are fearful. Knowledge is what makes you become greedy and aggressive with things, especially when you believe in things. And so because you are compounding knowledge, you are creating a system that even while you are sleepy, money is being created for you. And what is a system? The word system simply means, is an acronym that sounds save yourself time, energy, and money. That's what a system is. Go and check every rich man that you see. He or she has created a system that genuinely, consistently creates wealth for them every day of their lives. Because to become wealthy, you must have a system and you must have a leverage. And here we have both factors being combined in the platform of Tag Market and Sonic AI. And that is why you must subject yourself to learning and relearning every day. See, I told someone today, for the next 5 to 10 years of my life, I am sold out to this opportunity. This is the only authentic thing you can have in this space. With sincere intention, this is going to become the biggest opportunity in the next 5 to 10 years. Why? Because of the credibility of the people involved. Because of the sincerity of the people involved. And that's why we're proud of it. Now, FXC Hub has gone ahead to create these things called scanners. They are called our technologies. We piloted them. I personally led the creation of these technologies. And what is the objective? The objective is for people to have a clear understanding of how the market operates with in-depth analysis. And what the scanners have done is our technology, which anyone can have for free, as long as you are within our community in tag market and you have a trading capital of $250, you have it for life for free. Is that these tools analyze the market for you and they give you directions on with precision on how you should go. We created this as Nigerians, and we are proud that this came out from us as Nigerians to the world. And so you can access it for free. Now, in addition to this as well, we also have Sonic AI that does the automated trading for us. We have the Bit1 exchange. We have so much in this portfolio. And so these are additional benefits we are giving to our communities, empowering traders. That is, if you're interested in doing additional trading yourself, not just solely relying on Sonic AI, then this scanners can be one of the best tools you can have in the world. Okay. Now, FXC Hub is not alone. FXC Hub is a partnership with Tag Market. I remember when we started this partnership last year, we met with the CEO of Tag, Mr. Nick. We met with his team, Mr. Werner, and a couple of other persons. And Nick told us his vision about this project. And we were so excited about it. And today, we appreciate the leadership of Nick, because everything he told us last year as a community, as a team, when we met with him to get started with this, have all materialized. And so I'm grateful to Nick for partnering with FXC Hub in this particular project. And thank you, Nick, for the things you're doing for us. Now, the truth is that the tax system is built around certain entities. And one of those entities is called the AiTech. The AiTech is simply the organizations that control the back-end office of the compensation plan. And with the way the AiTech is structured and the way the model is integrated, it is designed to constantly generate passive income, active income, and residual income for people. And the truth is that if you put energy into building this, okay, and I say this to mothers, I say this to fathers, okay, if you dedicate your time towards building this, just give it 6 months of your time to build, you will see massive wealth you have never experienced. And that is why we are taking a tour around Nigeria, and probably we will start going to the West African countries as well, and Africa as well, and maybe Europe, to talk about, look, a revolution has started. And so don't miss out from this revolution. There's a massive wealth transfer that is going on right now. You need to connect to it as quick and as urgent as possible. And so how is this system structured? First, there's the forex dimension to things, okay? The forex dimension to things has the inclusion of Sonic AI. So what does Sonic AI do? Sonic AI is taking away the stress and the headache of trading from you. Sonic AI is doing the trading for you. Sonic AI is also generating profits up to 16.8% in a month. Sonic AI is also having a max risk factor of 0.86%, meaning that if there's ever a risk in your account, it will not go beyond 0.86%. Let me give a classical case of what happened. Today, the 27th of July, Sonic took two amazing trades. And those trades landed in massive profits. In fact, on a $1 million account, people made crazy amount of insane money. When I call it insane, I mean insane money was made by a lot of persons today by the trading being done by Sonic AI. Insane money. In fact, on a $1 million account, people made $75,000 over plus on that account. But guess what? Sonic has been doing this since last year we got started. Consistency. Does Sonic make a loss sometimes? Yes, it does. Will they recover from that loss? Massively, they recover from losses. And this is the fact you need to understand. Even if Sonic incurs a loss, the loss does not impact on the capital. It only impacts on the profit that has been generated. Now, with regards to the 1% that Sonic is desired to make, or 16.8%, as at today, Sonic has done about 15.75%. As at today, I checked the statistics myself. And statistics don't lie. I loved it that I saw it. I did the mathematics. From 1st of July to 27th of July, Sonic has done about 15.75%. It means what is left for Sonic is about 1.05%. which I think by tomorrow, guys, Sonic is going to smash the 1% target or the 16.8 target by tomorrow. So by tomorrow, guys, check your accounts from 1st of July to date, and bravo, Sonic has obviously done 16.8%. So the Sonic system is an innovative system. But it's not just an innovative system. The Sonic system is a disruptive system. How is Sonic disruptive? Sonic system have now said that based on their dedicated, meticulous way of trading, and anybody can now decide to earn from the forex market massively daily without being a trader. So it is no longer fashionable to say, I'm a trader. I understand the Bollinger Bands. I understand the moving averages. I understand the order block. I understand the breaker block. I understand the mitigation block. I understand Fibonacci. No, those things are good. But you see, those are for traders. But Sonic is saying the people directly involved in the business of forex do not need to know these jargons or do not need to know these complexities. Once their capitals are connected, Monday to Friday, profits are generated from the financial market. So we've entered an era in life where there's a disruption. And this disruption is pointing us to one fact, that the business of forex will generate more income for people than people who are actually doing the trading. After all, it's money you want to make. So Sonic is saying, allow us to make the money for you while you are busy with other things that are relevant to you. This is the absolute peace of mind we are selling. We are not selling bring one, bring two. No. We are not selling referral coming. No. Those models are getting outdated. What we are selling is that there is a market that generates $6.6 trillion every day, Monday to Friday. The question is, how much are you getting from that market? That is the question on the table. And so the bet of that question is the solution that TAG and Sonic have partnered to bring to us. And this is why FXCO is involved with this. Now, it's not just Sonic doing this as well. It's that even on the crypto side, Endotech will be doing the same thing for us Monday to Sunday. And we're waiting for that update to get started. Now, it's not just about making money. It's also being able to secure the money you've made. That's why the Bix Wallet card is also available. Such that the earnings that you make, you can transfer it into the Bix card. And by the way, this Bix card will be available to all soon. I think it's going to be by continent. And once it gets to ours, we will understand the procedures to access it. So be patient with that. But beyond this is that the TAG market system is structured and is regulated from multiple jurisdictions. And by that I refer to Mauritius and South Africa, the SEC of these countries. And the truth is that an extra layer of protection is also available. And this is where the Lloyd's of London comes in to provide extra cover of insurance up to $1 million per account per individual. So for the very first time, you have a business whereby people can lose their capital. Why? Because there is an insurance protection in the case of insolvency. This is a miracle, guys. This is a miracle. This has never happened. And so this is why we are so passionate about the system. This is why we are so passionate about what we do. This is why we are going about traveling and telling people that good news, salvation has come. And you must embrace technology. If you don't embrace technology, you will embrace ignorance. And ignorance is contagious. And ignorance breeds poverty. And poverty will make you incapacitated. Poverty will reduce you. There is no glory in poverty. You must embrace technology. You must embrace solutions like this. This is how you can create wealth. The salaries you earn can never make you wealthy. Salaries are paid to you January to December, 12 times in a year. Out of 365 days, you're only making 12 times. How will you become wealthy? You can only become wealthy through investments. Okay? And that is why you must be intentional about your life. You must be intentional about your finances. You must be intentional about your progress. You must be intentional about the next 5 years of your life, the next 10 years of your life, the next 15 years of your life. You must become practically intentional about your life. Because that's the only wealth can be created. I don't know about how or any other means, but this is what it means. The forex market generates an average of $6.6 trillion every day. The question is, what is your share from this market? What is your share? And even if you have a share, what is your strategy? This is why Sonic has come, to help you get out from poverty. And the truth here is that the Sonic AI system has a structure. I love that they have a structure. They have workings that have proof of results. For the past 18 months or even more, Sonic has had a sustained winning rate of about 86.9%. Sustained winning rate for about 86.9%. And the risk factor has never gone beyond 0.86%. Does Sonic make losses? Yes, they do. Do they make more profits? Yes, they do. Does the losses affect the capital? No, it doesn't. Does it reduce the profit? Yes, it does. We have told you the truth. There is no other truth we have than the statistics we have presented. The question is, how does your money work? This is an integral part of this. So first, there are so many factors that make your money work. The first factor is that there's what is called a liquidity provider. The liquidity provider's job is to amplify your capital by 24x. Okay? Tag Market, their job is to provide an enabling trading platform on MT5. That is, and Tag Market belongs to the category of A book, not a B book. Tag Market also provides a conducive environment for extra layer of protection called insurance. Okay? So what does Sonic AI does? Sonic AI's job is to achieve low risk, low reward trading, extremely low risk. And their primary objective is to achieve a 1% profit, or probably more, on the amplified amount after the liquidity provider has acted on your capital. So for example, if you come in with a $500, the liquidity provider amplifies your $500 by 24x, meaning your $500 is no longer becoming $500. It is now seen as $500 multiplied by 24, and that becomes $12,000. So what it means is that Sonic is now trading not with $500, but Sonic is trading with $12,000. So the objective of Sonic AI within a 30 or 31 days period is to achieve 1% of the amplified amount. And 1% of $12,000 is $120 gross. And so what's your own responsibility? Your own responsibility in this business is that you are entitled to 70% of any profits that Sonic makes anytime. 70%. So since we have a 120 gross, if you multiply the 120 gross by 70%, it means your exact earning as a net is $84. So it technically means that you invested $500 into a trading capital. Sonic, within a 30 days period, their responsibility is to make $84. And so if you superimpose your $84 on your 500 and multiply by 100, it means you are averaging 16.8%. That is how we got to 16.8%. This formula is what resonates across any amount of capital, minimum of $10 to get started in this business. Now, pardon me, let's look at another example. This is a $1,000, for example, and the $1,000 is deposited. The liquidity provider comes in, amplifies it by 24x, meaning that a $1,000 will now be seen as a trading capital of $24,000 by Sonic AI. So what does Sonic AI do? Sonic AI trades on $24,000 and has an objective within a month period to generate 1%. The 1% is embedded in their DNA of low risk and low reward. They do it in such a meticulous manner. They do it in such a way that your capital is always preserved. Your capital is never in danger. Sonic does not trade an aggressive system. Sonic does not have drawdowns that last to the next day. In fact, the trades of Sonic last within 5 to 10 minutes max. They get in so fast and they get out so fast. It comes like a flashlight and they are done. And it's all scalping. And what are they trading? Sonic is the special, Sonic has a specialty in trading gold. XAUUSD. That is the symbol for gold. They have been doing this for the past 15 years. Over a decade of experience. They have done this for institutions. They've done this for banks. They've done this for the very wealthy. And now they are doing it for the tag market. This is the explosion. This is why tag market is exploding. Because of Sonic AI. Consistency of wins, guys. Peace of mind. And consistency in winning. You wake up every morning and Sonic gives you what is called breakfast in bed. Some call it sleeping allowance. You wake up and there's money in dollars waiting for you to be collected. Sleeping allowance is called money. Okay? And the $1,000 generates $168 for you within a 30 days period. And if you impose that on your capital, that's a 16.8%. Now, if you go higher to $5,000, the same thing, $5,000 multiplied by the liquidity providers factor, 24x, that's $120,000. 1% of that is $1,200, and $840 is the 70% of that amount. You still make 16.8%. So, would you rather give it a try? Even if you have a phobia for this, $10 shouldn't be a worry for you. Get started with it. Now, how is the profit share? Because there's an extra layer of money to be made with this as well. Now, 70% of all profits that Sonic make is retained by you, 70% of it. 25% of it is held by Tag Market, and Sonic team takes 5%. That is the sharing that governs this our space. So if you're looking for the model that this runs on in terms of sharing, it means that 70% of the profits retained by you, 25% of it is retained by Tag Market, 5% is retained by Sonic. But out of the 25%, Tag pays out what is called profit share. And lot commissions are paid out as well. And so when we get to that point, we will do that breakdown as well. Now, so what are the possible projections you can make out of this if you decide to get started with, say, $100,000? $100,000, it means within a month period, you should be expecting a return of at least $16,800, which is about 16.8. $50,000, you should be looking at about $8,400. $10,000, you should be looking at $1,680. $5,000, you should be looking at $840. $1,000, you should be looking at $168. And maybe $500, you should be looking at $84. I'm looking at the 70% column with regards to this, because it all boils down to 16.8%. So, what are the results to validate the success rate of Sonic? Since 2024, Sonic started trading with a tag market system officially. By the way, let me say this categorically clear. You cannot find Sonic AI trade for any other broker in this world. Sonic has complete exclusivity to trade only for tag markets. Sonic cannot trade for no other broker. Okay? That is why Sonic is number one in the world. So when they started trading, you can see the result in November. And this can be found in my FX book, which I will go to at the end of this. Sonic did 1.12% in November of 2024. December did 1.178. So what you can see here is that Sonic has had a steady growth of doing at least a 1% for the past 2 years. Okay? In 2025, Sonic did 1.23% in January, February 1.24%, March 1.06%, April 1.26%, May it went to 1.78%, October 1.17%, November was 0.91%, it came down a little, and December went to 1.16%. And if you look at this year, for example, Sonic started the year in a very sluggish way. Why? Because the markets were not moving. And so in February, the war started within Iran and Israel, and US started, and that affected the speed of the market. March, the market started picking up. April, the market took momentum, went to 1.27. May, it did 1.09, and I think in June, it did about 1.06. We'll update the value of June. But by and large, Sonic has done extremely well, and we're proud of it. Now, those of you who decide to do the business side of Forex, like myself, there are so many numerous benefits. First of all, with regards to Sonic AI, you need to understand that there's what is called profit share. Profit share simply means that 25% that is taken by tag market, they have decided to pay a certain amount from that 25% down to your 10th generation. And so they pay 2.5% on anybody's profit within your structure from level 1 to 10. And you get to earn that every day that is accumulated and paid out to you every Saturday. And the same thing with the lot commissions as well. Then you have the traders pool where there are so many benefits as well. You have the CPA earnings, which is cost per acquisition, in which as fresh deposits comes in, you get to earn certain percentages of fresh deposits within a target range of $10,000, $50,000, 200, 1 million. There's a certain percentages you earn, and we shall look into it. And again, you get to see other incentives as well. So this is what you call the mechanized structure of the entire Sonic team. And for example, 70% of the profits being made is retained by you. 5% goes to Sonic. 25% is what is paid out as profit share. So what you do is that everybody in your first generation from level 1 to 10, you get to earn 2.5% of all the profits made for them. So if you have 1 billion persons, for example, you get to earn 2.5% from 1 billion persons. If you have millions of people, I don't know how to count this, but it's crazy because people are earning over $1,000 per Saturday, per week. People are making over $5,000. People are making $10,000. This money is insane. And what did you do to get it? Nothing. You only build a community. And when you have built this community, it means the community rewards you, or Tag Market rewards you for building a community. Whether you build it directly or indirectly, you earn from with the structure of everybody within the structure 2.5% to your 10th generation. Now, what is the other requirement to get this done? Is that you must have a trading capital of at least $250, and you must have your first generation having $250. The more $250 you have in your first generation, that opens up the levels to the 10th level for you. If you have 5 people having $250 in your first generation, that gives you up to the depth of 5. If you have 10 people, that gives you up to level 10. So tell people to get started. Actually, you need $250 to start enjoying these benefits. Yes, you can start with $10, but don't remain in $10. The benchmark to start earning what is called commissions and profits is $250. And then here is the lot commissions. So out of the $14, that has been generated, that has been allocated to lots, Sonic is saying, Tag Market is saying, we're giving communities $8.5. And this is the distribution of it. And so this comes also as a whole lot of income as well. Guys, the testimonies are numerous. And let me say here, is there anybody on this call, okay? And I'm going to ask this as a question. You've been with us since last year today. Has anybody lost money with Sonic? This is a general question. Has anyone on this call, can you say Sonic has blown your account? Can you say you have lost money with Sonic? If the answer is yes, type yes. I'm sure the answer is no. We've been here. No one person, not even a $10 account has been lost. Nothing like that exists here. Why? Because Sonic is meticulous. Sonic is consistent. Sonic is professional. They're very professional in the way they do things. They don't trade all the time. They do 1 trade per day or max 2 trade and they're done. They don't spend the whole day in the market doing what? Guys, get on board today. Sign up with that $100,000 today. Sign it up today, man. You need to make good money out of this. And then you have the latest pool that they give up to $2 per lot. We'll explain that in the back office. And then you have the CPA earnings. Okay, the CPA earnings, they pay up to 1% on every $10,000. They pay 2% on $50,000 deposit within your structure if you hit it. And they pay 3.5% on $20,000 and 5% on $1 million. Talking about $50,000, congrats to Madam Wumi, who just smashed $50,000. And so you are getting 2% of that paid out to you. Congrats, Madam Wumi. You see, people are smashing these things. You need to become aggressive with that as well. Now, this is the biggest of them all, I will ever say. Lloyd's of London provided insurance cover for the community of Tag Market. Why? Because the regulators are involved, because the liquidity providers funds are involved, because you were involved, and so they are providing a level of insurance that ensures that everyone is protected. Now, I've had lots of people leave Nigeria, for example, to go and make verification on this. And to be frank with you, we have received very positive outcomes from Lloyd's of London, attesting, validating, confirming that the insurance policy they have with Tag Market is 100% authentic and is subject to renewal every year. Okay? If you want documentations of what I just said, after the call, you can see me and I'll forward things to you as well. Now, this is big one. It's going to be the crypto exchange that Tag Market is partnering with. And what that means is that trading activities in crypto will be handled by AiTech for us in this platform. And so AiTech will be doing tradings Monday to Sunday because crypto operates Monday to Sunday. And there will be too much commissions and earnings to be made. For example, let's say you have somebody within your organization that has a deposit of $10,000. And let's say he's being offered a 15x leverage, not 24x, 15x leverage. And 3 trades are taken per day. So the factors are $10,000, leverage of 15x, 3 trades per day. So that means that a total volume of $450,000 is what is generated. And if you multiply it by 30 days, it becomes about $13 million. And what then happens is that there is a trading fee of 0.09%. If that is applied on the $13,500,000, then that means that you are now coming to a factor of $12,150. And what is your take on this? On the $12,150, you'll be earning 60% of that as earning. So guys, you think we are making money with Sonic right now? No, we're not making money. When this crypto aspect starts, then you know we are making money. So we have not started this business. This business has honestly not started yet. Because what is coming is too massive. It's unimaginable. And the best part of it is that One referral link that you have right now from your AiTech back office, your partner's link in your AiTech back office, is what gives you access to all these benefits. One structure that you have pays you in Forex, pays you in crypto, and pays you in the usage of the card. One structure. Everything is one. And the best of it all is that everything is free. No subscriptions of any kind. No subscriptions of any kind. It is free. So what is holding you back? Yourself is holding you back. And this is the big scan, and we're super excited of the approvals we got from all the regulated agency that governs this. And it's going to be distributed jurisdiction by jurisdiction. We're waiting for that. And I think we are planning to do a comprehensive teaching on how to bind this to your wallets. And I will talk with Mr. Elvis on how we can get this sorted out in the next 1 or 2 weeks or so. And so it has a lot of features as well. As people spend and make withdrawals, you get certain commissions as well. There are too many commissions that people are going to be making out from this. And this is where I want to say thank you. But before I go on, I'd like to talk a little bit about the what I call my FX book. My FX book, I want to show you a little bit of facts with why we are so happy about the performance of Sonic. And this is my FX book. So my FX book is more like a diary that captures the performance of traders globally. And what this has done is that they're providing a statistical insights, okay? Comprehensive analysis about how Sonic has evolved. In fact, this captures the evolution of Sonic, how it has performed over time. The records are there. It's an open record for everybody to see. And you can't manipulate this because it's based on the trading performance that is embedded in MT5. So let's look at some statistical values. For example, you can see that daily it is pegged at about 0.04%. That's what it does. And monthly, they're looking at 1.15%. You can see that the drawdown ever incurred by Sonic is a 0.86%. This, you can alter this things, okay? Results don't lie. The fact speaks for themselves, okay? And you can look at the graph as well. You can see that the graph has been on the positive growth, okay? So you can now look at this. But what is most important for me is what is called the risk to ruin, okay? The risk to ruin factor is what I like to talk about. Now, this is the risk to ruin factor, okay? And what does this factor say? Because this factor is so important that if you don't understand it, then you miss the whole gist of Sonic and Tagmark, okay? So the risk to ruin factor is saying that if there's ever going to be a 10% drawdown or a 10% loss, then it means that Sonic has to be losing at least 94 trades, even if it's a $10 account. That for a 10% loss to ever be incurred on a capital, 94 trades needs to be lost. The question is this possible? The practicality to that is that it is no. Why? Because Sonic is disciplined. Sonic does an average of 1 or 2 trades per day, max. Okay? And if Sonic is going to have a 20% loss on anybody's account, Sonic will need to lose 189 trades. Practically impossible. If Sonic is going to lose 60% of an account, Sonic is going to lose 566 times in a consistent manner without profits. And lastly, if Sonic is going to ever lose an entire capital, Sonic is going to make 943 losses repeatedly without any profit. This is why we say our business is low risk and low reward. This is why our business is slow and steady. This is why Sonic is the #1 gold trader in the entire world for low risk and low reward. This is why accounts can never be blown. This is why calamities of losses don't happen here. Why? Because Sonic is built on structure. Sonic is built on professionalism. Sonic team is solid. Sonic is not just an AI. Sonic has human faces behind the scene, coordinating and managing every trade that is taken. Oops. If we go to the results again, let's look at what happened in 2024. We click on it. What do we see? 1.12% in Sonic in November. December of that year, what did it do? 1.17%. You go to 2025, this is the result. Statistics don't lie. We can't forge this. We can't lie about this. It's there in my FX book. Type Sonic AI in my FX, and you will see this same thing we're saying. Results can't lie. The facts don't lie. We can't manipulate these things. January 1.23%, February 1.24%, May 1.06%, April 1.26%, May 1.78, and in December 1.16. The consistency here is Sonic does above 1%. Our primary target is 1%, but by and large, Sonic has always exceeded over and over again 1%. So even as of today, when I check the facts, Sonic has done about 15.75%. So it means that they are close to 16.8%. So the 1% means that you take away 70%, and what is left is 16.8%. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is how I end my presentation. We have one of the greatest opportunities in our hands to create wealth. There has never been a system like this. If you check everything that has happened in the past, none came from a broker. I say this emphatically. Everything you think was negative in the past, 99.99, none of them ever came from a broker. This is the first time a brokerage firm that is regulated, that is licensed, providing extra layer of insurance, is providing a disruption in technology that is going to assist non-traders, non-people who are not in the field of forex, who are not in the field of trading, people who are low in society, civil servants, housewives, retirees, globally, are now able to make consistent daily income from the forex market. And this is my parting shot. There is no glory in poverty. It is time for you to think the next 5, 10 years of your life. And if you think education is expensive, then you need to try ignorance. And ignorance will always give birth to poverty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This is FX Charles, lead head of FX Hub. And this is where I draw the curtain tonight. I bring forward to you OO2 for his in-depth analysis about the compounding. God bless you, OO2. And God bless everyone on this call. FX Charles, thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that awesome presentation and deep insights into what we have here. And I believe everyone who joined this meeting this evening got value. Please, if you got value and you've learned something this evening, go to the chat box and type in 555, okay? Or give us your best emojis, all right? And let's get it coming. Yes, good. Thank you, OO1. Thank you for all you do. I know it's not easy. So let's step into the other side of our presentation. And tonight, we're going to take you through the compounding journey, another way through which you can create or generate massive wealth for yourself in this business. Just like FX Charles said, okay, on what Sonic has done so far this month, I believe on the amplified amount, okay, on the amplified amount, Sonic has done 0.9634%. 0.9634%. That is what it has done. And we are targeting 1%. So that means probably with another trade tomorrow, all right, Sonic would have hit, okay, 1% on your amplified amount, which translates to 24% on your original equity. And this is what Sonic has been doing for the past 19 months. And that is the reason why we are compounding with the system, because this system is a system that is consistent. And if you don't have a system that is consistent, then why should you be compounding? But because it's consistent, that is why we are compounding with the system. And we want to show you what we as a community in FXC Hall, what we have decided to do. And we want everyone in this community to join us in this compounding journey. A lot of us started this compounding journey in the month of March, and FX shared his testimony. There are lots of other people who have testimonies to share. There are people who have done over 100%, okay, of their equity since they started compounding. And that is the power of compounding for you. So I'll be sharing my screen and I'll take us through what we call the 26-month wealth plan. And we are looking at a 26 months target. We are looking at moving about 90% of people in our community to get them to that place where they can be trading with an equity of about $1 million. All right, $1 million. And just to show you that, okay, this is why you should build or take yourself to the level where you should be trading with $1 million. This is $1 million account. And this account you see here in the month of, okay, July alone, from 1st of July to the 27th of July, okay, this account has done a total of $522,000. Okay, and just this week alone, all right, this week, which is, okay, last week, all right, between 21st to 24th, this account did $100,460. Okay, and today, all right, we can see today is Monday. This account has done $75,561 just today alone. All right, and if you go back to the previous week before last week, from 14th to 18th, this account did $112,928. And the week before then, this account did $122,215. And in the first week, okay, which was just 3 days, from Wednesday to Friday, which was 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of July, this account did $28,176. So now you understand why we are talking about $1 million. Okay, imagine what it would look like that in the next 26 months, you compound your profits daily and you arrive at $1 million in 26 months. So this is a 26 months wealth plan, and this 26 months wealth plan shows you that if you start trading with a starting equity of $2,705, maybe you decide to start today, or you decide to start from the beginning of the new month, which will be August, it means that in 26 months, which will be by October 2028, all right, you will be $1 million richer. Okay, and as you can see on my screen, with that starting equity of 2,705, in 16 months after you started your compounding, your 16th month will be October 2027. In 16 months, your $2,705 would have grown to $100,000 in 16 months. And in 20 months, it would have grown to $250,000 plus. In 23 months, $500,000 plus dollars. In 25th month, $790,000 plus. In the 26th month, you would be over $1 million plus. Now, this is a compounding projection that over 80 to 90% of people in our community have embarked on. And we want to teach you to do the same. You may not have 2,705 today, but you can build it up to that level and start from there when you get to that level. But for those who do, we also advise, if you want to compound, one of the first rules of compounding says never interrupt it unnecessarily. And the only way you cannot interrupt this is that you have an account that you're compounding and you have an account that you probably want to withdraw from. So if you have an account that you want to pay you a monthly or weekly income that you can withdraw to spend, you create that account and you deposit the amount you want to put there and allow it generate daily, weekly, or monthly profits for you. But the account that you're compounding, make sure it's separate. We know that a lot of people will not be patient enough. They think 26 months is too far, but the truth is 26 months is very close and very near. All right. So I tell people, if you want to work with this plan or this strategy, if you have the capacity, you can have multiple accounts of 2,705, minimum of 3, or minimum of 5, or maximum of 10, if you can afford it. And what will that do for you? If you have a multiple of 5 or 10, multiple of 5 in 16 months would have given you $500,000 in 16 months. Multiple of 10 in 16 months, you will have made your $1 million in 16 months. And this is possible with Sonic. Sonic has been consistent like this for 19 months. So that shows you that 16 months is not something that Sonic cannot do. If it has done 19 months, then it can do 16. But the question is, what are you ready and what are you willing to do? What sacrifices are you ready to make to become wealthy? For those of us here in Nigeria, you know what $1 million is. It can change your life. It can turn things around for you in a way you never expected. But one thing you have to do is that you have to be focused, you have to be disciplined, you have to be consistent, and you have to delay gratification. And be patient with the system. Because if you are, and you can compound daily, or even compound per trade, you could make much more than what we show you in these projections. So there's a 5-account approach that I normally teach, and I tell people to, learn. Because if you have a 5 accounts connected and you start compounding with 2,705 on those 5 accounts, if you are willing and disciplined enough to go through the whole compounding journey for 26 months, your 5 accounts will give you $3.3 million instead of $1 million. How does that work? I'll quickly break it down. So if you have 5 accounts of 2,705 and you compound them daily, it takes maybe less than 2 minutes to compound those 5 accounts. And you can do that consistently for 16 months. It means that those 5 accounts would have arrived at $100,000. At that 16 months, you are $500,000 richer, but you can decide not to stop the compounding on all the accounts, but you can terminate your compounding on one account. So by the time the 5 accounts get to $100,000, you can stop compounding one of the accounts and allow the other 4 accounts proceed to the 20th month. And by the time you do that, the accounts that you stopped compounding, the first accounts that you stopped compounding, from the 17th month to the 20th month, which is about 4 months, they will start generating for you $16,800 every month without compounding. So $100,000 trade for you at the end of the month. Sonic does 1%, you will go home with $16,800. That is it. The second option is you proceed to the 20th month, and by the time the 4 accounts get to the 20th month, those 4 accounts are already sitting on $1 million. $250,000 times 4, that is $1 million. You can decide to walk away from the 20th month, or you could decide that you will stop the second account from compounding again, and the second account will start generating for you $42,000 every month. $250,000 traded for 1 month without compounding. The Sonic hits a 1%, you will have made for yourself $42,000 at the end of the day. And that money is all yours. And this money is after 30% has been deducted. And you can see the quote there that says, the sooner you start investing, the more time your money has to compound and work for you. All right? And by the time you get to the 23rd month, now you terminated the first account, it started generating for you $16,800. You terminated the second account, it started generating for you $42,000 every month. So from the 16th month to the 23rd month, the $100,000 account would have generated for you 16,800 in 7 places. And the 20 months, which is $250,000 account, would have generated for you $42,000 in 3 places. At this point, 3 accounts that proceeded to the 500,000 level, which is the 23rd month, those 3 accounts are now sitting at $1.5 million. So if you follow the same approach at each level, you terminate one account and you stop it from compounding. At the end of the day, by the time you add 100,000, 250,000, 500,000, 70, 90,000, $1 million, you would arrive at $2.6 million. Now, the profits that those accounts you stopped compounding, the profits that they will generate for you up to the 26th month would be a total of $720,000. If you add that $720,000 plus the 2.6 million, you will now be making for yourself $3.3 million. So this is just an approach. But you can decide and say, no, I want to do 10 accounts. We have people who have 10 accounts. We have people who have 5. We have people who have 3 and 4 and so on. But someone with 10 accounts, 16 months, the person is already $1 million richer and can decide to walk away from there. So this is how this compounding works. And these are the projections. Should, in case you decide that you want to terminate the compounding, how much can this equity generate for you monthly? It will generate for you 16.8% on your invested capital. So that is the model. That is how it works. Okay, this is $500,000. The $500,000 account will give you $84,000 every month without compounding. So that is the beauty of what we have here. And it says here, compounding is the secret to achieving extraordinary outcomes. Stay consistent, be patient, and let time do the magic. Okay, so this is it. And this is the 25th month where you would have gotten to $790,000. This is what $790,000 can generate for you every month without compounding, $132,720. And the $1 million account without compounding will generate for you $168,000 every month. So that is the beauty of what we have here. And this is what I wanted to share with us this evening. If you have the capacity, all right, to join us on this journey, we will go all the way to the 26th month. And we encourage you to do the same. Because in the next 26 months, a lot of $1 million clients or partners will be all over everywhere within the FXC Hub community. We'll have lots of people who are millionaires in dollars in the next 26 months. We've started the journey. March, April, May, June. Some of us, this is our 4th month. For some of you, this might be your 2nd month. For some of you, you may not have started. But the truth is, start with what you have, secure a spot, and when that big money comes, or when you earn an income from somewhere else, you can add to it or plug into it and allow it generate more funds for you.